Hello and welcome to my channel where I use art to bring forth intuitive messages for your soul's growth and development. Please note that these are group readings and for entertainment purposes only, so please take only what resonates and leave the rest behind. These readings are intended for the highest good with help from the highest source of love. Each reading begins with a prayer of protection and gratitude followed by the drawing and intuitive interpretation. This channel is organized to read for elements. You may refer to the element of your zodiac sign, or you may just be drawn to different elements at different times. Today we are focusing on a reading for earth elements, and this reading is effective from this new moon to the next new moon, which is the 25th of June to the 24th of July. And with that said, with much gratitude, I thank the highest source of love for every blessing in life. I ask the most loving guides, angels, and stewards of this work to join us now and offer your protection in this space to help assist in delivering the most accurate and positive messages for the benefit of everyone involved. I allow only for messages of love and light, so let us begin. Feeling the need to draw really, really lightly, like I'm very gently petting a cat. It almost feels kind of like a cat's purr. It's like really, really gentle, really timid. Feels like shyness. Feels like a little bit of like shyness in social situations, like social anxiety kind of shyness. And it feels like it's like either a shy person in a group of not shy people, or two aspects of one person where they're shy in some situations and really not in others. Or just around other people, they're not as shy. It feels like the portion that is not shy, it's very active. It feels like go-getter, kind of adventurous attitude. I'm ready to risk it, ready to take the adventures, take life by the reins, take it as it comes. It feels like the love or need to be around water as well. Water park, ocean, things of that nature. Even like cliff diving, I'm getting some of that stuff, like beautiful scenery and like making a splash. And it feels like within this aspect of the self, or within this aspect of the group, there's a lot of other people within it, really kind of bringing the energy up to a different kind of level. I just want to look at this. Very, very, very gentle, kind of almost like you're treating a young, like premature baby, or an elderly person, or just a really small animal, something that just you barely want to touch it. Just very ginger, very careful with the energy. I'm being very aware of that energy as well. Very like heightened awareness of how sensitive you need to be, or around yourself or this group. Two like very contrasting energies. I do feel like there's something going on over here, like almost like a head. What else can be said about the sensitivity over here? I'm picking up like this feels like a bug or praying mantis, something along those lines. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm feeling like a watering can over here. Um, a watering can or some sort of box holding water. Water can be emotions, represent emotions rather. Feels like if this is a water slide or a cliff, jumping off a cliff or whatever adventurous activity this is, it's like this is the fun portion, and then it's the cooling off period or the letdown or the after excitement portion, because you can't be in this all the time. It can cause a lot of chaos or anxiety, which is why there's like this dip off and transformation into this very gentle energy. Almost like sleep or meditation. Just giving that balance of energy. And it does feel I'm not quite sure. Hold on. Feels purposeful in a way. It's like and it takes up a lot more of the page. This shy energy, this gentle energy. It's like you need more recovery time. It's like there's recovery time needed for these exciting adventures. And there's almost like a wind up to it. Like it's actually a pretty like exciting thing to do in itself, is that wind down. After a long day of work and you go home and turn on the TV, that's like a very gentle, non-physical thing to do, but it is something that you can look forward to, even though it's not particularly exciting. I think I felt like a dragonfly in here. I'm not quite sure. I see it as well. Something like that. Feels like a dragonfly or some sort of bug flying. Definitely like that free, airy feeling. Again, that lightness. Just nothing heavy. This feels really heavy, and I feel like I need to make it even heavier, especially over here. It feels like it needs to be like a purpley, a dark purple, or like a plum. I feel like this is almost the same, in a way, kind of energy as the sleep meditation kind of energy, um, but it's just heavier, and it's associated with this like adventuresome spirit. So there could be a part of it's almost like a yin yang. What I'm getting here, there's like a part of the energy part that makes you anxious too. There's a part of the adventure that makes you just as anxious as this kind of shyness over here. I see you like whatever group this is, if it's a group or with it, if it's in yourself, within yourself. I feel like there's steps leading you towards this calmer energy. Like there's steps being taken to get there, and it feels almost like a spiral staircase. Um, could feel like you're spiraling. Sometimes it takes spiraling within the adventure to realize that you actually do need this gentle energy. I think of spiraling. I think of activities that lead you to like realizing that you're not truly like acting in the way that you are, or that you is to your highest benefit, is to your highest good. And sometimes it takes like those less than satisfactory things that you're not as like proud of, or not necessarily pride, but it's just like a little too much. You went a little too hard, a little too heavy, and now it's time to like convert into this other kind of energy, which is a really like huge step in just being self-aware. It's really a lot about like self-awareness, and I'm using a lot of blue here, which is communication. So maybe communicating that with others. This kind of looks like a nose as well as a dragonfly, like a nose to some kind of creature, animal. I'm not sure. Nose. Like and it doesn't have to be like nose as in like on a face. Um, you know, you know. Again, every time I'm going to this portion of the page, I feel like I need to be very, very gentle about it. I really like I want to mark the page so I can see what's going on, but at the same time, I just got to be very, very careful, very, very ginger about it. I keep wanting to say gingerly. Could be you're also dealing with people that are much more sensitive than you, and you just have to recognize that. I'm feeling like these are clouds. Again, that softness. And even these lines here feel really dark within the softness. It could like be a rain cloud. Um, just this, I want to say aggressive. It's not aggressive at all, but some people can take this kind of energy, and some people can only take this kind of energy. It almost looks like a shark fin right here. Um, it, even the most gentle energy might feel aggressive to somebody else. You never really know where somebody is coming from if you don't know them that well. There's a lot to people, and you just can't assume how how they will respond. Like if it's just like a sensitive topic for people, sometimes people have just very sensitive topics. Feels like a claw or a hook here as well. Like a shark fin, a claw, and there was like the head of something over here, I think, before. Also feels like a horn, or a cliff that's dropping off, or even like a big wave. So all of those things can like be a little harsh for people. I'm also feeling like there's a winding path that's also like a very hilly path. It's coming almost from two directions and kind of going back in here. Almost kind of like the yellow brick road, only this is like the blue brick road. You could also just be dealing with people that are overreacting as well. It might not just be like the sensitivity, it could be just overreactions from people. Making comments and having them take offense to them, or taking things personally. I do feel like there's reason for that as well. It's not like completely like out of the blue. Well, maybe it might be because there's a lot of blue. Could be out of the blue. It doesn't like feel that way to that person, no. It feels like the sensitive side has a little bit of trouble communicating, or just has a very timid voice, which is maybe why they're overreacting as well, or it feels like they're overreacting because they just didn't tell you that they're sensitive about these things. Like, you can't just know everything. Like, you have to tell people what you have to, if you have any issues with particular things, it's helpful for your friends and your family and your colleagues to know about these things. So it is the responsibility of this sensitive person to communicate their sensitivities as well. And for you to, like, it's their job to communicate to you, so knows so you knows what to do with it. Because these energies are so vastly different, it would be a huge shock for you to know that this person is sensitive. You just don't see it coming at all. It's not your lifestyle, it's not the way, you don't have any experience with it. There's like a heart kind of formed here. It's kind of like a heart shape. And it's even kind of got like two people kind of meeting up at this nose. Any communication that's had between these two personalities, and this could be within yourself as well. It's to be brought up with love. And it might be that there's like a need for this more wild energy to take some initiative there. Just initiative and showing the way through love. This person or this part of you could be sensitive because they haven't been shown that much love. I was using a lot of like gray in here before, and it kind of feels like when I was drawing the clouds, it could rain at any moment. Um, like somebody sensitive in a way that will make them cry easily. They just haven't had a loving experience that's as enriching as this energy is, this carefree, wild, free-spirited energy. And I feel like this sensitive energy is open to receiving love. It's just a slower trickle. And they just need somebody like you to show them. But it's patience. It's all about patience. It could be that you're working with a patient. It could be, you know, somebody medically ill kind of patient that that is because they're so sensitive. They're dealing with something. So I think that is. I'm going to pause and see what I can come. Yeah, it just feels like almost like a fight or flight kind of response, or even the different aspects of the nervous system, the rest and digest, versus the other part of it. I forget what you call that, but or the fight or flight versus the rest and digest. I already said it, but this patient, if it's a patient, it feels like they could be kind of fighting for their life and kind of stuck in that rest and digest zone. It's like they're incapable at this time of doing these fun activities. Um, and maybe that's why I was feeling like this energy could be yours as well, because it feels like there's a balance needed within yourself to deal with energies like this. Even this is like your go-to kind of energy, this flow, this fun, energetic flow. And it's important that's kept, because you are kind of showing the way, leading the way, opening doors for other people that aren't quite in this space. So that is where I'm going to leave things for Earth signs today. I will go ahead and post some information about this in the description box. And again, this reading is good for the next month, from new moon June to new moon July. But it's also timeless. If you really like the artwork, you're drawn to the artwork, then there's probably something in this for you. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.